ah, this is going to hurt. This is going to be painful. You're going to have to send me a bill for therapy after this. But if you pay attention, if you let this resonate with you, if you allow this to change your process and change your life, I guarantee you, you will make, let's call it $1 million more in additional income over the course of your career. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to think back to your childhood. And I want you to think about that person or multiple people, we've all had them, that bullied you, that picked on you, that harassed you when you were a kid. Urgh, it hurts, doesn't it? Mine's name was Will Dawson. Will, if you're out there, Easton Training Center, Denver, Colorado, come on, I'd love introduction class in jiu-jitsu. I'll give you a month membership on me for free, just so I can get on the mats with good old Will Dawson, the guy who wrapped my head in duct tape. Ooh. If you're looking for a way to ruin somebody's life, wrap their head in duct tape in front of all the kids in school and watch them try and get the duct tape out. It doesn't work. You'll be bald. I digress. Why am I telling you this? Why am I telling you to feel that pain of being harassed, being bullied, being pestered, being pressured? I'm telling you that because about 45% of the training, of the sales coaching, of the sales practices are out there, almost half of the sales coaching is teaching you to be what? Will Dawson is teaching you to be a bully, and not a physical bully, not an emotional bully, but an intellectual bully. Y'all need to stop intellectually bullying your clients. What does that sound like? It sounds like this. You know, I really like everything, Jordan, but we got to think about it. Hey, when I hear we need to think about it, it typically means one of two things. Either you don't have the authority to make the decision, or there's something that I haven't told you. Which one is it for you? All of these clever, witty comebacks to things like, I need to think about it, we need more time, is just you being an intellectual bully. You think you're going to outsmart somebody. That ain't cool, okay? I just did a major interview with the network right now, and we talked about this very thing. It's not cool. It's not helping you get sales. And the sales, God forbid that you do get from putting that much pressure on somebody, from intellectually bullying somebody, no good deed goes unpunished. It's called karma. If I pressure Nancy into signing her team up with Easton University and I make her feel stupid or ignorant, or like she just has to make a decision right now, she's going to end up canceling down the road. And she's going to tell a bunch of other people not to do business with me, okay? So stop it with those clever things. Stop it with the you got to buy right now. Stop it with the what do I need to do to get your business? That is still intellectual bullying. Go ahead, Bob.
How about can't you afford it? Remember those?
Right, yeah.
Back in the day.
Intellectual bullying. If you got a deal, what do you mean you can't afford it, right? If you got a deal that way, it was despite the fact that you did that. And it's not cool. I don't want you gals to feel like you have to take a shower when you get home from work. I want you to sleep good at night. So let's stop it with the high pressure. Let's stop it with the one-liners, okay? So how can we deal with our customers need to think about it, our clients need to think about it? By the way, why wouldn't they? There's exponentially more information out there than ever before. They've got more choices than ever before. They would be obtuse on our part. Go ahead, Stephen.
Question about what you're talking about.
Yep.
So I'm totally comfortable with the process like you're talking about. I'm in roofing sales.
Yep.
And, you know, I'd like to get the customer to sign with me after I meet the adjuster, which is a week after talking to the customer.
Sure.
And I literally have competition coming to the customer between that window and promising them the moon. I'll eat your deductible. I'll do backflips. I'll do all this. So, you know, my boss wants me to close them quick. I'm trying to do a process. And then he uses that as an example. You're losing sales. You know, the closer comes in behind you and steals these people. So what should I do?
Great question. So here's, first of all, I want you to clear your mind. And don't think in terms of, should I close everybody or should I wait on everybody? I want you to move at the speed that they're ready to move. I want you to put professional pressure on them, but not intellectual bullying them. Professional pressure sounds like this. Hey, Steve, I need to meet with the adjuster, but does it make sense for us to get everything locked in, and then that way I can start looking at the calendar for installation? Right? Yeah, it does. Congratulations, you made a great decision. What happens next? And we've talked about this in other sales coaching calls. What happens next is I'm going to meet with the adjuster. So if you can get a commitment from them, absolutely get a commitment, but ask them if they think it makes sense. If they say no, that perfectly positions you to be NSO, next step obsessed. Those high pressure close people are the furthest thing from next step obsessed. They sound like this. Hey, do you want us to do the roof? No. Come on, if you don't do it, our rates are going to change. I can't even guarantee if my team is going to be available or not. Come on, you need to do this right now. Don't you want to take this off your plate so there's one less thing for you to worry about? They're going to intellectually bully that person. As long as you're next step obsessed, okay? Is there a possibility that if you are cool, calm, collected, does it make sense for us to do the roof repair for you? No, not right now. Got it. You know, what's a good next step? Well, I really need to think about it. I'm getting 3 other bids. Now, let's say you do have limited space on your calendar for installation. I'm okay with you telling them that, but that sounds like this. Let me show you the wrong way to do it. The wrong way is this. Stephen, if you don't jump on this right now, we're not going to be able to do the job. You got to do this right now. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, right? They probably already booked the team, man. You're out, right? That is gross. That's disgusting. It does, the professional way to say that is this. Stephen, I totally get it. It's an important decision for you. I think, you know, based on everything you're telling me, based on my initial scope, I do need to meet with the adjuster next week. This is totally a project that we do all the time, have done all the time, can over-deliver for you. I'm totally confident we can get the job done for you, right? But I realize you have to think about it. Here's what's going on. We've had significant hailstorms. Well, a lot of people are coming into the business. I do have a team available right now. If you want to commit, I can get on the calendar, get on that team. If for some reason over the next couple days we miss out on that team, that date, or that window, I will work with you. We'll find the next best option. Fair enough? Nobody wants next best, Stephen. Now notice the difference though. Huge difference between me telling Bob, if you don't get on this right now, you're going to lose it. Bob, can't you afford it? And me going, Bob, totally get it that you need to think about it. Just want to make one thing clear. We've had a lot of storms. We've had a lot of hail damage. My team is back to back to back. I do have a window where we can get started on this August 5th, right? I understand you have to think about it. The probability of that window getting filled is pretty high. That being said, if that window gets filled, I'll work with you to find the next best slot. Fair enough? And then you can go back to, well, I didn't really think about that. No, totally get it. Does it make sense for us to lock in that window? Yeah, it does. People are exponentially more likely to do things based on their reasons, not our reasons. And when we put pressure on them at the end, which is where we always put the pressure on, it's the worst possible time to put pressure on them because it's just going to cause them to back out, okay? So let's be next step obsessed. The other thing I need you guys to do is slow the hell down in the beginning. Back to Stephen, your owners, your leadership, your boss. Here's what they're not getting. I understand what they're saying and I agree with them. If you don't slam this person into a close right now, they're going to run into another closer and that closer is going to slam them into a close. Here's the piece of data that they're missing. It's not their fault that they're telling you that, and they're not wrong. Because if we use an old school sales process that is pressure, manipulation, and close, 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 always be closing, coffee is for closers, put the coffee down. If we're using that system, of course, buy or die. When they go, they're going to go someplace else. The X factor is this. If we slow down in the beginning and learn about their current situation, right? Start the conversation off with things like, Bob, I'm so glad we could be here. I wanted to reach out to you personally. Before we get started, what can I get you information on? Right? What can I get you information on? What's most important to you? What research have you done on our organization? What a great, for Nancy's people, what an awesome question to be asking. What research have you done on us? Well, we've had a name, you guys had a name change, absolutely. I've had some other pretty exciting things go on with besides just the name being changed. Right now you're being a consultant. The more you can figure out what's important to you. Why is that important? What's most important to you? Well, I would say most important thing to me is your guys' insurance policies. Why is that important? God dang. We had a mistake. It was about 10 years ago. We had somebody up on the roof. I didn't realize they weren't bonded and insured. There was a pretty significant slip and fall. We actually settled out of court for $27,000, but we were looking at a $3.4 million lawsuit because we had a team of contractors that were using independent contractors. They were not insured. The contractors were not insured. Significant slip and fall, ended up with a broken collarbone, dislocated arm, and this person had some permanent disability from it, and they held us liable, right? You're like, man, customers never say anything like that. Of course they don't, because we don't take the time to ask them what's most important to you. Why is that? What have you, now in the past when you've dealt with the roof, what have you guys done for a solution? Because we are so quick to be like, man, let me find a time to get out there. Oh my God, I'm looking at this project. This is amazing. We can do this project. Did I happen to mention that we're the #1 person in the industry? And right now, for a limited time, we've got 15% off, but you got to sign now, right? If we go down that road, of course, we're going to have to pressure them. Here's the cool thing about slowing down, about being able to follow up, like if it was Nancy, about me being able to follow when Nancy's like, man, I got to think about this. I got to run this by my team. I got to make sure we have budget. Totally makes sense, right? Based on everything you're telling me, Nancy. I just want to let you know. I want you to hear it from me. I am totally confident that we can do this job. We can get this going. We can collect your receivables for you. This is the kind of thing that we do all day, every day. You are essentially right in our wheelhouse of perfect clients, but I understand you have to think about it. Now I'm able to send Nancy right after, when I get back to my office, when I get back to my house, a power email. Nancy, wanted to review my understanding of your current situation, capabilities needed, and next steps. Current situation, practice is doing great. You guys are looking at opening your second office. However, your receivables are net 45. It's taking you 45 days on average to receive invoices, to get payment. Some of those payments are uncollectible. You would like to recover as much as you can. The capabilities that you need. You want to be able to recover invoices without hiring additional staff. You want to be able to either, and I'm going to use untechnical words here, I would do something different in the email, right? You want to be either able to collect the invoice or cut bait. You want to be able to have efficient communication with your insurance carriers. Does all that match what you need? Did I miss anything? Next steps. We are ready to go with this project. We just need signature on the agreement and we can move forward. Does it make sense to sign the agreement? I've attached a copy to the forms. Boom. I will call you, as promised, I will call you Friday at 2:30 if I haven't heard from you before then. If you guys are sending out power emails like that after a sales presentation, even if that closer comes in and goes, I'll waive this, I'll do that, I'll do this, that person is probably going to have the relationship built with you. Relationship not meaning you talked about sports or kids or soccer or the weather. Relationship meaning you took the time to understand their current situation, capabilities needed, and recommend next steps, to where they're at least going to give you a call and let you know, hey, Schmuckatelli Roofing says they're going to do the job for free. Man, interesting. Why do you think they told you that? Well, I mean, technically it's not free, but they're saying they could do 20% off. Seems like they might not have the expense of liability insurance. Did you ask them about their insurance? No, I didn't do that. That's probably what's going on there. Got it. And in the meantime, I've met with your appraiser and everything's a green light on our end. Does it make sense for us to get to work on the job? Yeah, you know what? We can't have another slip and fall. So I'm going to go with you guys, right? Worst / best solution, they go with Schmuckatelli. And because it's price. My question to you is that, by the way, 99% of the time the person is not like that. You're labeling them as like that. It's just you're not skillful in talking about the right stuff. But when they are like that, I'm going to go out on a limb here and tell you, you don't even want that client. Because that client is never going to be happy, they're always going to ask for something off, and they're never going to refer business your way. Why would somebody that is price focused never refer business your way? I think about this stuff so you guys don't have to. They don't because they're ego. They have a psychological weakness of they want to win, they want the best deal. And if I want the best deal, I'm never going to tell Bob about the deal that I got or refer business to Bob, because why? I may find out a week later that although I got 15% off, B-Money Bob got 17, right? People that care about solving their problems will refer business to you all day, every day. People that care about getting the lowest possible cost, they're never going to refer, and they're probably going to cancel, and you're going to get a chargeback or something worse, right? Avoid those people. You don't have to avoid them, but trust your process. Don't be like, what do I need to do to get your business? If you work in sales and you need to make twice as much money as you do right now to really enjoy your life, you've really only got 3 options. Option number 1, you can continue to work your butt off in the job you have right now, hoping for some sort of miracle to happen, where you start taking home double the money while doing things the exact same way you do them right now. That's pretty unlikely. Or option number 2, you can look for another job at a totally different company, hoping you're gonna catch some sort of once-in-a-lifetime wave where sales just seem to flow your way. All right, again, highly unlikely, and we both know waves in sales, well, they don't last very long. Or option number 3, you can click the button here and get instant access to a simple, straightforward sales process that will help you take home twice as much money as you do right now while putting in far less effort than you do today. My name's Matt Easton. I'm the founder of Easton University, the most effective sales coaching system in the world. If you click the button, you're going to see how our interactive sales coaching portal and weekly live coaching sessions with me will help you double your income within 60 days. Easton University is more than an interactive sales coaching portal. It's more than being able to ask me questions in a live setting every single week. It's your future, and you and your future are worth it. Click the button. I will see you on the other side. Your life is about to get a lot better. Click through now.